Hey, Rise. It's Lunch with Gina again. I'm really excited. Today we have two really cool guests, one of which is a sponsor of our upcoming Rise Parent Power Conference on Saturday, April 23rd. I will not belabor you with this because every day I've been talking about it, but you need to be there. We're talking about the launch of the second installment of the Rise Roadmap to Independent School Success and Beyond, what every family of color should know as they apply. And then we're going to move into workshops. Details are below in the link, as well as a school fair with 15 phenomenal schools, all diverse independent schools in the tri-state area, so please join us. But today, I'm really happy to have Farm and Wilderness, a camp in Vermont that has been affiliated with RISE for over a year now. As well, they are sponsors of this RISE Parent Power Conference. So we want to say hi quickly to Rebecca. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi.
Rebecca is executive
Happy to be here.
Yeah, we're happy to have you. Executive Director at Farm and Wilderness, has an independent school background. She'll tell you a little bit more about that. And then joining us is Ebony Tyler. Say hi, Ebony.
Hi, how's everyone?
Ebony is also an independent school mom of two boys at Columbia Grammar and Prep School, a RISE member school. And she's really big on sustainability and on parent leadership. So we're going to talk about why these two coming together made a lot of sense and what you can be looking forward to with summer opportunities with Farm and Wilderness. So Ebony, I'm going to start with you. You're a really busy mom. You work full time. Your sons are chess champions. You are a sustainability buff. And tell us how you got turned on to sustainability and even went into urban gardening in Brooklyn. You grow your own garden. So tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so there's a community garden across the street from my house, and they were looking for families with children to join the garden. So we joined 2 years ago, and through our interest in garden, I started taking classes at the Brooklyn Botanical Garden and at New York Farm School, and that's what led me into sustainability. That led me into learning how to compost, how to upuse material, how to garden without pesticides. And no greater joy is my sons asking me, did I buy this or did I grow it? So I tell them I grew it for you. So they're pretty excited about this year's gardening season.
Great, that's awesome. So Rebecca, tell us a little bit about your background, your transition as an independent school mom, independent school educator, and administrator on to executive director at Farm and Wilderness.
Well, I have to say, I had day students going to school where I worked in Cambridge, and now they're boarding. So I've made that jump, and it's been a great transition of a little tough at times, seeing your young teens go off. But the transition from independent school to what I'm doing now was actually happenstance, and because I wanted to be in the administration, I wanted to lead an independent school. And when somebody said, this is outside the box, that was the first thing that caught me. And the second thing is I like a challenge, and I like something that you normally don't expect. And the second thing was the mission and values of the organization. They're based on Quaker values of simplicity, equity, integrity. They're all things to which I live my life by. And so to have something that I could so fundamentally believe and then to live those values as part of my work was something that I really hadn't had a chance to do in my work career. So it was and also being in wilderness. If you haven't been to Vermont, if you love going out in the woods, going hiking, the lakes, the rivers, there's just so much to do here. And I'd spent quite a bit of time in Cambridge and Boston, so I was looking forward to being somewhere that I could look out each day and just smell the fresh air and just no traffic. I'm sure New Yorkers, you know what that's all about.
Right.
And so it was just a great opportunity.
Yeah, and I had a chance to, and I thank you for that invitation last year to come visit Farm and Wilderness with Elon, and it's otherworldly, and it is really the world as it should be, right? And we experience it as otherworldly because we don't really see as many trees, as much foliage, and the beautiful sunsets and sunrises, and the air is just totally perfect. So the camp experience is very unique, and it's unique around two things as far as I can tell. And please confirm that: sustainability and social justice. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, first, I had to laugh when I was thinking about Ebony and what her passion, because I think what it is for people that come here, from staff to campers, is their passion for the earth, and that just resonated with me. The social justice, the organization, we've been around for over 77 years, and it was founded from Quaker leaders who wanted to there wasn't such thing as integrated camps, and they really believe that, you know, this is something that they should be, that's important. And so from back in the 60s, the 50s, the 40s, the camp was integrated where others weren't. And we had civil rights leaders, kids come here as a respite from all the things that were going on during the civil rights movement, because it was a place where it was part of our value and mission to affirm and to support and to do the work and to have the tough conversations. And so it was, while it wasn't I wouldn't call it an activist organization, I feel like the roots of people's passion were really planted here and have grown as they leave farm and wilderness. So that's, today we have the tough conversations on race, and, you know, it's not easy. These aren't easy, and we're not perfect as an organization, but the fact that these conversations happen with kids from as early as age 5 to how the language they use, to me, says that this is what, as a country, we need to do. And so I feel proud to be a part of those conversations that happen.
The alignment between camp and the family, your family, Ebony, is really amazing, and I think that's what attracted you to look forward to that camp experience for one of your sons at Farm and Wilderness this summer. Tell us a little bit about what you're most excited about as a parent with your child going to Farm and Wilderness, and what your son, and remind us of his age and what his interests are and why he's so excited about going to Farm and Wilderness this summer.
So actually it's going to be Josiah, my youngest. He's a 3rd grader. He's 9. Well, actually he'll be 10 when he gets to Farm and Wilderness. So he came to me probably in November and said he wanted to go away to sleepaway camp. And he actually had found a camp online in Maine that he wanted to go to. So I went online with him, and it was just something. I said, you know, I don't really think this is good for us. It's too far. Of course, he didn't care, but I did. But then I remembered that I met Rebecca at the last Power Parent Conference last year. And I said, oh, look, let's look at this. So we went online, we looked at it, and he was like, okay, I like it. It looks like something that I want to do. And then we decided that the all-boys one would be a good match for him. And then when you invited me to come to their executive cocktail party in January, and then I met different people from there and heard of the experiences, I knew that that was the place where he needed to be, especially the Quaker values, especially it not being so rooted in religion, because that's the camp experiences that I had when I was growing up, and it left me feeling uneasy. And that's not what I want for him. I want him to be able to find his own spirituality and to find his own way in this world. And I think that it's going to be a good match for him. Now, the things that we've talked about is the no Wi-Fi, the no cell phone policy. And I'm happy to report that he thinks that he will be able to handle this. And I think that it's going to be a good break for him to actually have to put down the screens. So he's excited, and I'm excited for him as well.
So I know he's going to do well with the whole growing of vegetables and herbs, because I mean their garden is just so beautiful, and I mean you have everything there. So he's familiar with it, with you, that whole sustainability piece, and he'll definitely be able to exercise that at Farm and Wilderness.
Well, don't forget the animals. Oh, we have a lot of kids coming from the city that say this is the first time they got a chance to milk a cow or a goat, take your pick, and that's something that attracts a lot of kids.
Yeah. Let's talk about the grounds a little bit more.
Oh, he loves animal. He has a guinea pig, a cat, and a dog.
So he'll fit right in.
And then you'll be left at home to take care of all of them while he's away, right, Ebony? You didn't hear me say that, huh?
Yes, I will be.
So Farm and Wilderness is located in Vermont. It's beautiful. Yet Farm and Wilderness believes in going out into the community, Rebecca, and kind of spreading the word. In addition to Farm and Wilderness being at the Rise Parent Power Conference on the 23rd, talking about the camp experience and what families can look forward to. Where else are you going to be? Because you're in New York quite a bit.
We are. We're there at least twice a year, usually in the spring. Coming up April 30th on Saturday, we'll be in Prospect Park, and we usually have things outdoors because that's who we are. So in the spring, we bring our maple syrup from Vermont, and we have pancakes or crepes or something to slather it with maple syrup, and it's a chance that we'll bring some outdoor games and activities, and just a chance for new families to meet returning families, kids to say, oh, are you coming to the camp, and get a chance for some kids to connect. Staff who are returning who live in the area will come because they want to get their fix of Vermont. Because, you know, let's face it, you can't exactly pop here quickly for a day or two, so we come to the families. And then in the fall, we have a cider pressing. We bring Vermont apples, so we bring our cider press, and we make, the kids actually are the ones that make cider, pitchers and pitchers of it, and they drink it. And then they're, last year in Prospect Park, true to Farm and Wilderness style, they found probably the only toad in the whole park. It was about 3 inches in width. And I thought only Farm and Wilderness could find the toad.
The only toad in
hopping around. And they made made a house for it. It was a real Farm and Wilderness moment.
So you'll be back at Prospect Park. Is it this weekend? You're in New York twice over the next couple.
Prospect Park, April 30th, the last
30th. Okay.
Last Saturday.
After. Okay.
Yeah.
After. So what can families look forward to at the Rise Parent Power Conference?
There.
Oh, you'll be Ebony, you're coming.
I think I'm going to try and make it there too.
Yeah. I will not, because I'm going to be at the one in Boston the next day. And Putney, the school my daughters do, have a parents' weekend.
Okay. So what can people look forward to at your table at Rise Parent Power Conference? What information can they look forward to gathering?
Well, we're going to have one of the directors of the girls' camp there. We're going to have our missions, and we'll probably have one of the staff or family who is from New York, who's gone through farming. We'll have some down, and some lucky winner gets some farm fresh organic produce. And we'll also, the last thing we'll have is a few camperships or scholarships that we are offering up to lucky families.
Okay, that sounds great. I think we're breaking up a little bit. All right, well, we look forward to it. We're breaking up a little bit, but we'll have information.
So it's a lot of it is what they're looking.
Okay, perfect. So we'll have more information, details about your presence at the Rise Parent Power Conference on the 23rd. I want to thank both of you on this beautiful, lovely afternoon, springtime, to share some moments with our Rise Network. And thank you for all that you do. Thank you for your leadership, Ebony, as a parent, an Indy school parent. Thank you for your leadership, Rebecca, as an Indy school parent as well, and as the director of executive director of Farm and Wilderness. It's an amazing, beautiful space, and I know a lot of lives will change this summer and be more enriched because of it. So I'll see you both soon. Okay. Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.